So let me know if you're seeing everything good. Everything's cool. If you have any personal issues, emotional problems. So I can get to your questions. It's coming. Everything's looking great. I hope. Just check. I will try my best to get to as many questions as possible. Leland, thanks so much. Appreciate that. We will go through people's questions and all that good stuff. We will try. I'm just checking all the everything, make sure we're all good and our connection's good. Probably not. We'll probably crash and all kinds of great things will happen. So I apologize in advance when we get totally shut down. But we are going to give it our best shot we can. I'm going to look through some questions here. Reason for changing. Just wanted something. All right. Looks like you guys are doing well. Okay. So today, man, hope you guys are doing well. Been watching the Open Championship. Love that. That's probably one of my favorite events of the year. And sadly, Rory has exploded. And here is up as well. Oh man, it looks like at least my computer's giving me problems. But maybe the live stream is good. Just let me know, and we'll hit some shots, and we'll try to get better at this crazy game, and see what we can come up with together. And we will do that. All kinds of connection issues. So people wonder why I don't go live more often. This is why. Technical stuff. It's just not built out to do it perfectly every single time for me to get to all your questions and stuff like that. So, but I'm trying. We're trying here, and hopefully we will make it. Here's what I want to talk about. I get a lot of questions about takeaway, okay? And I see a lot of this people try to take it, they don't want to go inside, so they go out here, and with it they get a little rotation with their wrist, and what happens is it flails that face wide open, okay? So for those of you who do that, and then you would hook, either duck hook or big slice, all that kind of stuff. So we want to eliminate that the best we can. And I will show you my thoughts on that. I like to think less shoulder turn for that, okay? A lot of people are really big shoulder turn, and then it kind of gets them out here and just disconnected from their body. So I just like to think right in here, just arms to here, and then at this point, that's when I really crank the shoulders, and that's when I'm loading up with the power. So just here, it's like a long putt, like a 20, 30 foot putt here is my initial takeaway on my backswing. And then here is kind of where I load up. A lot of people have been asking that. Arms, load, go. And that helps me from getting the club head, the hands too far behind me, and helps me from getting my hands going first and getting it flying away from me and disconnected in that way. Did my camera just move over there? It did. Let me fix that. You guys are good. I don't know what's going on back here. Things are flying around. There we go. I got things hanging by threads over here today. But we will work it out. We will get it together. Leland, I don't know if you had a question, but if you did, first time live chat, thanks, bud. I will get to it. Okay, L4 Custom, thanks, buddy, for the donation. Is it ever a good idea to choke up on the irons? Yes, it's always a good idea to choke up on the irons. Choke down, choke up, whatever you want to call it. I do that a lot. Especially, let's say I'm in a fairway bunker. I've got a video coming out about that where you choking down is great, or choking up, whatever you want to call it, just to get a little bit more control. And a lot of times when I do this, I hit the ball farther because I compress it more and I stay in the shot a bit more. And I have a shorter, more compact swing, and I'm able to, I don't know, just harness my power a little better. So I choke up quite often and then just let it go. So don't worry about that. If you feel more comfortable choking down, driver, anything, I highly recommend it. And then when I'm chipping, a lot of times I like to get really close and I let my arms just hang, and that's where I grab the club. So let's say I was chipping with a 7-iron, this is what it would look like right in here. So when I chip, man, I'm choking down. I mean, I might be at the end. It just really depends how into the shot I want to be, but this is kind of my chipping position here. So I love choking down on those irons. Let's see here. I'll try it. I will do my best to get to as many of these as I can. Been watching your videos all day, putting this into practice on the course. Thanks, bud. Thanks, Patty. Please explain turning the screw. Okay, this I will go over right now because I've been getting a lot of questions about turning the screw, when to turn the screw, how hard to turn the screw, all that kind of stuff. So here's what I do, and I do this typically in practice when I'm practicing. So that way it will slowly make its way into my golf course playing, okay? I don't want to just go to the course and think, turn that screw here, right in here. I want to just let it naturally kind of evolve into my swing. So when I'm practicing in my net and hitting balls, this is when I really do it a lot. So I take it back, normal backswing, arms, shoulders, and then right at this point, right on the transition into my downswing, is when I turn the screw a little bit with my left hand, okay? I'm loosening the screw right in here. Now, if you just did that and don't turn your body, you're gonna hit these low pull hooks. So you've really gotta learn to turn the screw and rotate your body at the same time. The best way to do that is with your alignment stick here. Take it back, feel that turn the screw, and rotate, and don't let this stick hit you. Turn. If that alignment stick is hitting you, here, it's gonna hurt, and that means you're not rotating your body. So, what you're gonna do for that is take it back, right in here, turn the screw, and rotate. Right into here. So turning it. Bit is like one notch, tightening that screw, like that's about how much I practice here. And just practice hitting those shots while you're rotating. Back, turn, go. And you're good. Then you can get rid of your stick and work on it here, and just work on it at the range. It's a great little thing. You'll hear a difference and you'll feel a difference. And the more left it goes, you know you have to rotate more with your body. So if it goes left, rotate even more. Ideally, you want to be able to turn that screw, rotate, and keep it square and hit a straight and have that ball fall down to the right. A little falling cut shot. But it takes a lot of work, a lot of practice. And so I would do that over and over and over. Then when I go play, I don't really think about it. Unless maybe I'm hitting a wedge shot from like 80 yards and I just want to try it a little bit. And I do one of those. Punch shot, something like that. But I don't really consciously think about it on the course too much. All right, what else we got? Okay, why must I not hit down? Okay, great. Why must I not hit down on the golf ball? So I did a video on this recently. Okay, here's how our brain works. Our brain is just wired to think hit down on it. When are we going to hit down on something? Usually when you're at the top, the next thought is go down. So when you think hit down on the ball, your brain is going to interpret that as I need to hit down right now, okay? And down is not this in your brain. Down to your brain is that, like you're chopping wood, and you don't want to chop wood on that ball. So when you go here, your brain says, oh yeah, I got to hit down on the ball. So you start coming down, and then it's like, oh, that ain't gonna work. So then you got to do all kinds of other stuff to save yourself. So when you think down, it's just messing you up. Now, you're going to hit down because why? Because your arms are gonna come down here. But if I'm thinking down, I'm gonna go like this. And that's what we're trying to avoid right there. So, if you have the proper rotation, the proper weight transfer, you're going to hit down on it, right? I just don't want to come down like this and have that deep divot to the left, because that's a big giant slice. So I'm taking it back, and I'm just thinking rotate and let my hands fall naturally, and they will be coming down. Hope that makes sense. So that's why I always say think shallow, which is the opposite of down. This is down, think shallow, and you're going to come from the inside a little bit, and your arms are going to fall, and your weight's going to, you're going to be able to transfer that weight a lot easier, and get the ball. Leland, thanks, buddy. If you have a question, I don't see it, so let me know. So, yeah, just throw your question or whatever, but I appreciate it. Hey, Matt, can you give us a tip on hitting? All right. Thanks, Pin High. I think Pin High. I love that. Hey, Matt, can you give us advice on hitting more greens in regulation? Okay, Ken, I'll get to that. Great question. Great question. How many is more? I hit anywhere from 10 to 14. It's kind of where I am. I'm under par. If I hit 10, I could be even par. If I hit 8 or 9, how do we hit more greens? Obviously, driver is going to be key, getting it in play, but not necessarily just with driver. You have to make sure you're in the right spot in terms of picking your club off the tee. So you've got to eliminate issues and problem areas out there that that will cause you to miss a green. For example, a fairway bunker, or obviously, you know, hazards and things like that. So you don't always, obviously don't hit driver all the time. It's going to put you in the fairway. Even if it's a hybrid, a 3-wood metal, a long iron, that's going to be step 1. 2 would be, let's say, a lot of times when I go out there, I'm going to have a goal of hitting greens. And so every day I go play, I have a mindset of something. So I want to hit a lot of greens. Today I'm never going to miss a putt short. Now, I might 3-putt a lot, but I'm never going to miss one short, just a way to practice. So go out there and say, okay, I'm going to hit a lot. And just try different things and see what works. So maybe it's taking less club off the tee, hitting long irons, and see how many greens you hit that way. Maybe it's a choking down on your irons, doing that, or playing a specific shot. A lot of times I want to hit a lot of fairways. I'm playing a nice cut shot with my driver. Grab that. So I will take a little bit off of this, and I'm just aiming left, and I'm just all day, I'm playing this little cut, and I'm just feeling that swing. And so I just want to play the same shot so I have some consistency, so I know where the ball is going to go a little bit more, instead of just trying to bomb it all day and being left and right. So it starts with your driver, and then the other tip would just be, don't overswing. Once you overswing, a lot of things are bad is going to happen. So I would say that. So I appreciate it. Jordan, what qualifies you as a swing short game expert? Great question. What does qualify me? I've been playing for a long time. I competed a lot, not professionally, not on the pro tours, no, but my short game is what allowed me to play college golf, because I started golf when I was 18. 4 years later, I walked on the team at San Diego State and played my last year on the team. So what qualifies me? And it's not so much I have all the information, I don't. I have ways of communicating it and different things that I do that help a lot of people improve their game. So that's kind of the thing that I like to do, is say, hey, you don't always have to have, a lot of times I always struggled listening to like the pros give me tips, because they never truly struggled like I don't chunk it as much as we all did. You know, they grew up in the game. They don't remember having to learn. They've always had great instruction. They're great. So when they can convey a message, especially to me, it didn't resonate with me so much. I had to go figure it out. And so I got really good, kind of apply different sports into how I teach. Whatever, wrestling, and let me apply it to golf. How can I apply it to golf? I had to grind it out. So I don't know. Anything can be a short. If you got the game, if you got the skills, if you've worked it out, if you've gotten to a place where you feel like you can communicate a message. Who's my top candidate for the Open? Well, it's Brooks Koepka now. I just saw his first round. That guy is just crazy. I actually like him because he what he's. I gotta switch my Wi-Fi here. 1 second. Holy moly! Maybe I can't. All right, we're good. What else we got? Okay, Matt. Oh, also, hey, if you haven't picked up your, if you want a MrShortGame alignment stick cover, pick it up. Link in the description below. Boom. Nice little guy. That way your alignment sticks don't scratch your drivers or your woods. You know, looks cool. MrShortGame logo. I don't know. It's there for you if you want it. $24.99. It's too much, but that's kind of one of the cheaper alignment stick covers on all of Amazon. It's on Amazon, so boom, free shipping. There you go. So check it out. Okay. Okay, how do you hit? My mic is cutting out. Let me know about that. It could be the, I don't know what it is. Looks good. Just let me know how things are working. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? I saw something. Okay, my clubs, somebody asked about my club lengths. My clubs are standard. These Mizunos are standard length, and they are 2 degrees flat for my lie angle. That means I'm shorter. That's usually what that means, shorter. So always get your lie angle checked. And that's how you hit the ball where your club is when you strike the ball. Is it toe up? Then you got to get it flattened out. Are you toe down? Then you got to get it up more upright or whatever, right? You have this flattened out, or you need to have that more upright. So that will really make a big factor. Adjust it. It's easy. Just take it to any shop. Tell them you need your lies adjusted or checked, and they'll let you know. They'll check them in like 2 seconds. All right. Okay. Without it. Okay. How do you make a big shoulder turn without a big inside arc? In other words, what's the best way to keep the club in front of your body? Okay. So this is a lot of people want this giant shoulder turn. Okay? And I get it. So the shoulder turn, it's a combination of this way, just horizontal turn, and a little kind of vertical. You're going to go like this, and you don't want that. Horizontal, this, and you're way too inside with your swing. And I like to put a club here or an alignment stick. If you short game alignment stick cover off of it that you got on Amazon, link in. I could do this and then just line that butt of that shaft kind of with the ball over the ball right there, and that's kind of where you want to be, and that gets you up. But if you find you're whipping that too far inside, then what I would like to do is just use my arm swing, and get that shoulder turn going later. Like, so I don't do it at the same time. It's arms, then shoulder, then go. And that will keep the club a little in front of you. Arms, shoulders, go. You don't have a problem turning your shoulders, so try not to turn them. Just try to swing those arms straight back and work it up. And your shoulders will typically turn anyways, just naturally, because you have a big shoulder turn. You're actually turning the shoulders a lot. And you'll be like, oh, that's great. I hope smooth it out. Hope that helps. All right. Don't know why. Hold on, hold on. Why is my mic cutting out? Let me know. Let me know. It sounds good over here. So I don't know why. Okay. Move iPad to other side. Well, the iPad's not recording my mic. Okay. What do we got? What do you guys got? There is no battery on my mic. Mic battery. There is no battery. There's no battery. It's charged, fully charged up. All right, hold on. Hold on, everybody's saying it, so let me check it out. Let me check it out. Just move it out. Move it out to the front here. Let me know. How's that? Sound is good. Okay, free woo. Where does the 300 yards drive come from? I power lift on the side and can only drive 240. Can't figure out where to generate power from. Yeah, I'm okay. Look, I'm 5'6" with my shoes on, and I hit it 300 a lot. So, you know, the power comes from, just because you're big doesn't mean you're gonna hit it far. It's funny because it's not like baseball. Baseball, you kind of need that power. In golf, you don't. You just need. So it's from your setup, good solid, just setup. It's gonna come from your swing, good fundamentals here. If you're swaying, you're gonna lose power. There's a lot of power stealers in your golf swing. One would be the sway off the ball. That's really gonna steal a ton of power. So you gotta work on that. So just, you want to turn and don't go too long. Okay, don't do that. Just keep it short. You know, I'm here. And you gotta get a nice turn and release. So I would work on just right in here first. Make sure there's no extra moving parts in this part of your swing. And start there. Okay, just take it back, all arms here, and then generate that lower body for starters, you know. You just don't want to give away power, and those are probably going 240. But I get a real swing on there. It's just all about speed, and the speed from here, arms and hip in rotation. That's going to be the ticket. All right, how's the mic? Let me know if the mic's doing all right. But I mean, it sounds good here, so I don't know what the problem is. That's what's weird. Okay. Alex Casson, whoa, I love your videos. What's the best technique for chipping out of the rough? The rough, I'm on a mat here, so it's not gonna be the same. But when let's say all the time. And you're good. Like, I can hit behind it all day long. So in the rough though, I don't really think about the bounce. And I get in a little closer. And here it's all arms and up. And I'm just kind of coming down on that ball. A little more back in my stance, and I'm just going up and trying to come down on the ball a little more, okay? Up here, this is a specialty swing when you're in that deep rough. So I'm picking it up. No shoulder turn here. You don't want a big shoulder turn out of the rough, especially around the greens. It's all arms and hands for this stuff. Right in there. That's where I think people kind of get messed up, is they start turning those shoulders and then they chunk it way behind the ball. I don't want that. I just want arms and hands right in here. I don't see this. I don't want my shoulder getting anywhere close to my chin. So that's for the rough stuff, the big high rough. Keep that left shoulder away from your chin and just moving forward. That should help you. Okay. Okay, Matt, can you dig a little in the difference between the backswing in the woods and the long irons? All right. So really, let's say here's my hybrid. You know, what's the difference in my backswing? Really nothing. I mean, to be honest, that ball position might be slightly more forward with my woods than my long irons, but my backswing, I mean, I don't ever change my backswing with anything except that shot I just talked about in that high rough. So this is all just slight turn here and go. I mean, it's the same concept. I'm just making sure I'm not engaging my hands at all. Okay, I don't want my hands to do anything right in here. Like, I'm not rotating a wrist, I'm not wrist cocking, none of that. I mean, you look at the wrist cockers out there, they have injuries and they're getting in big time problems. I have a broken wrist, okay? I have 2 surgeries on this wrist. It's still a broken bone. It hurts. Just doing this hurts. So, and I play on some level every day. I'm hitting balls every day. So, and I hit on a mat a lot. So I'm able to have a lot of consistency and distance and control by not using any wrist at all. So I'm just here. I'm not thinking any wrist at all. Just whatever's natural, but hands, no rotation at all. Okay, that's the key. It's almost as if this is my backswing. Like, I don't want this. You know, that old drill people used to say was this. You know, get a ball, right? Get a ball and do this. Throw it. No, no. It's like this. I still want that palm down. I don't want that palm. This is no good. This is the worst golf, in my opinion, is turning that. No, I don't want to turn that, because then I'm rotating that wrist, those forearms. I want this. That's what I want, right in there. Want that forearm down, if anything. That's the feeling, because the turn, that gets that toe way up, and then I've got too much wrist action back here. I want that down with my long irons and my woods. The only difference with your driver, you're going to hit the ball slightly on the upswing. Everything else, it's going to be flat or slightly on the downswing with, let's say, your woods. I am not getting a good connection here with my computer. So I'm going to try to work that out so I can get your questions. That's what we're trying for. All right. What do we got here? All right. Make sure you have the right to suit your swing. Yeah, that's, yeah. Sure. I mean, you always want to get the shaft. Make sure you have the right shaft in there. Voodoo cream for my wrist. Yeah, maybe. All right, Mulligan Mars. I have a strong grip, but seem to slice my drive more during the later holes of a round. Yeah, I see that a lot. So here's what happens when you play. The more you play, okay, the more you revert to what you used to do, okay, or what you typically do. So the more during a round, you get comfortable and you're like, okay, good, I'm feeling comfortable, and you slowly get lazy in the sense of whatever you're working on, your swing, or trying to have that swing thought, it just slowly goes back to, you know, the primary. So that's something that will happen. That's why I highly recommend go out, you know, play 9 and then go off, or when you're done playing, go to the range and hit some balls and just work out whatever you need to work out. Hit 20 balls or something, just so you leave working on it, and then slowly your drive will be able to last the whole round. I usually play and then I'll just go to the range and hit a few balls or chip or hit a few putts, just something so that, hey, this is what was a problem today. And I'm gonna go tighten that up and you should be good. Any advice for junior golfers? Okay, depends on how old you are. But as a junior, let's say anywhere from 5 to 15, I mean, there's a lot. I would say if you're just learning and you're really young, 6, 7, 8, just swing as hard as you can is a good way to go. And always like this. So with juniors I teach that are just beginning, I'm like, swing as hard as you can and have a good finish on balance, okay? When you're hitting, and then we just work on a ton of short game stuff. Chipping, and putting. Pitching wedges, ton of little chipping drills with good. If you can get this and finish in a good position here, on your toe, weight on your left side with a chip, then you could slowly get a little longer. But you got to work, I always say that critical zone, you know, from here to here is what you need to work on the most. Because this happens in every swing in the bag, even your putter. Every swing in a round is right in here, okay? They're not all up here, but everything is right in here. So if you can get good weight transfer and rotation in that area, you're good. That's gonna save you. I mean, I got good because that's all I could do when I first started. Chipping and putting, it was free. And man, I hit my driver all over the planet. But then I was like, okay, I got this little punch shot. There, I'm out. Now I can hit a wedge because I used to go to the park and hit wedges all day. That's not a problem. And then I could putt. So I'd save tons of pars. That's what saved the game for me. All right, 12 years old. Yeah, same thing. Work on that short game. All right, thanks for the advice. All right, take care. How do you use the bounce on the 3-wood? All right, great. I'll show you. So the bounce on the 3-wood is really the soul of the club. If you're coming in steep, it's not going to be good. It's going to really hurt you. So that's why I always like to say, keep that flat, arm swing, and then I mean, you could drag that thing on the ground and it's not going to hurt you. Because it's kind of like either like a drop kick kind of thing, but it's just that sole. Let it brush that turf. I mean, I'm not hitting down on that. But I'm just letting that brush the ground. And set up. It's not going to. You can hit it a little behind the ball. It's not going to dig into the ground like that. The sole bleeding. You're doomed. Yeah, how do you hit your woods off the fairway? Okay, same thing. I'm really just thinking flat swing as best I can. Flat meaning I'm not picking that up. And I just really want to stay short swing in here. You have a long club in your hand, so your swing's probably going to naturally be longer. So I like to think hands just right at shoulder height here. And then just rotate through. That's what I like to think. Excuse me. So if you could do that. Hands at shoulder, and then my move is trying to flatten that out here. You don't need to overswing this. So many times I'm like, okay, I have 250, 260, whatever. But I'm just like, whatever, just hit it smooth. Don't even try to reach the green. Just try to get the smoothest swing in the world. And then I'm like, oh, I'm on the green. Happens all the time. But if you try to hit the green, you're gonna be in trouble. I'm dying. Something in my throat. All right, let's see what else you got. I gotta constantly log out and log in. So we'll stay on for a few more minutes. Get whatever questions you have, and hopefully we can get to them. Hopefully we get to your questions. There we go. What do we got? Okay, best distance. To stand with your long irons. Okay, good question. I got something in my throat. All right, 4-iron here. How far do you stand? Okay, I'm going to set up here. I want my weight just on the balls of my feet, but not too out here, right? I don't want to be able to tippy-toe it here, just right in here, okay? Arms hang right in here. Okay, that's where I like to hold it. So I'm just, like one fist from my belt, right there. I don't want this. This is way too far. If you're close, if you're this close, I don't care. But if you're out here, then I care. So right in here, your hands should be, underneath your chin area here. Because then you can really turn and you're good. But if you're way out here, I mean, you got some reaching to do. But if you're too close, you could still swing. I almost said chicken for dinner, but you could still get a good swing. So too close is better than too far away. Too far away is going to be more inconsistent than too close. But about a fist, and you're good. Right in there. And then you just got to make sure you are here. Don't crank your body around too much. That'll hurt you. Just swing those arms and rotate. And rotate, and you'll be fine. All right, what do we got? Okay. Okay, please explain low shot with tree in the way. Got a video coming out about this soon, real soon. Here's what I like, okay? Setup is gonna be key. Do not get too much spine angle tilt here. Far forward, we don't want that. Hands right down the middle, you're good to go. Now here, I'm making sure I'm really transferring that weight on that left side through my hips. As I come down, I'm down in here, and I'm rotating, and I'm staying down in the shot. I'm rotating, but staying down here, and I'm just half swing back, half follow through forward. And that would be the key. And I'm really got that tilt here through it. That's going to help you keep it low. Okay? So those. And that's it. Punch shot. That's one of the most underrated shots in golf, because if you're in trouble, you got to get out of trouble. And typically you need kind of a safety shot to get out of trouble. So that's why so many times I go to the range and I'll hit balls and I'll have, let's say, this many left of my basket. With that, I'm just kind of messing around, hitting shots, trying to hit the sign, the 100-yard sign with my 4-iron. They're low by the ground, so I really want to flight something in there. Practice that. Try to hit the golf cart guy, in his cart, because you're trying to hit these low guys right through there. So that's why trying to hit the golf cart picker guy is, you know, it's actually a good way to do it. Plus he's moving, you could play a little cut shot in after him. I gotta hit a little low draw in there. I know they hate it, but you know, they help your game. So those are the fun. It could help you. What does the golf net help with? Well, they're great. I don't have to go to the range all the time to hit balls. Hit 10 minutes worth of shots, go back to work, go take a phone call, go to work, whatever you need to do. Come home from work, don't want to go to the range and spend an hour, 10 minutes. Working out at home. Man, I'm gonna work on my swing for 10, 15 minutes. That's all I have. It's all, if you do that every day, oh my gosh, you'd be a new person on the golf course. So it's, a lot of times I just come out here, you know, waiting for, you know, whatever. I don't know, I'm hanging with my kids or swimming in the pool. I just come out here, hit a few shots. Because I don't want to hit for an hour. I want to hit for like 10 minutes, work on it, and go back and do something. Then come back and do the same thing again. If you're studying, like for school, that kind of thing, you know, what do all the experts recommend? Study for 45 minutes, read for 45 minutes, take a 15-minute break. Why don't we do that in golf? Practice for 20, 30 minutes, take a break, then come back. You'll be better. You don't need to go for 4 hours of practice to be great, all in a row. If you did 10 minutes, 20, 30 minutes at a time, if you did 30 minutes twice a day, that's an hour a day in your net. You're gonna have a great rhythm to your swing. Plus you do get better working in the net faster, because all you're focused on is your swing, not so much ball flight. I don't necessarily know how far this or where it goes. I'm not gonna overswing my 4-iron trying to get it to a number out there. I'm just trying to hit a specific spot in my net. And you'll have a razor like accuracy. And especially when you get in trouble on the course, you'll know like, oh, this goes that high, because you see it every day. It's really beneficial. All right, let me refresh this because my internet's horrible. We've got like 40 different connections. It's so weird. It's so funny. Like, how many people can have internet in one little area? All right. Okay, could you show us a freeze your hips at impact? How open should they be? Okay. I mean, it varies for different people. But here's what I'm going for. Right in here. See that? So they're pointed here. Now some people are here with a drill. A lot of people are getting your alignment sticks, putting them in your belt buckle. Great drill here. So you take it back. This works on this guy. You want to see that right in there. It also helps you start. Now, some people had a drill on the internet the other day with this. I saw it, they were coming up. The stick was coming up back here and hitting something. They wanted to hit something back here, which is fine. But if you here, you don't want this to go, you don't want that to increase in height here, okay? Because that means you're actually coming out here, out of it. So you want this, and that's gonna help turn your shoulders open the correct way, okay? So be careful about this and getting that facing this direction. You don't want that, okay? So here, and then at impact, you want to be in here. That's why you got to have the short end over here so you don't hit yourself. But if it's back here, that's great. Try to get it way back here. And some people put a stick back here. You can do that too. Put it just right here, let's say, somewhere behind you. All right, get in here. So you'd hit, and you hear that hit that before you make contact with the ball. Something like that. I couldn't hear it, but that's the drill. Keep that flat. Don't ever let this get vertical. And keep it horizontal. Here. That's the goal. So try that. That should help. What else you got? Do you have to pay to have something answered? No. No. Did you have a question? Competitive horsemanship? I will try to answer it. People do donate. I appreciate it, but you don't have to. Okay? It's no. But you will get your question answered first, because it's easier to see. Okay. I think somebody had a question about tee boxes. We'll just go a couple more. Help with bunkers. I have some videos coming out with that. So hang tight. Okay, what determines which side of the tee box? You know, typically they say if you're gonna hit a fade, you go to the right side, and it kind of opens up the fade. If you're gonna hit a draw, you come back to the left side. You know, I just really go with kind of, for me, what's comfortable. Like, I'll look at the hole from back here, and I'm like, ugh. And sometimes there might be a tree or something, and I'm like, okay, let me just, maybe I'm on the left side of the tee box, whatever, par 3, and I'm just like, okay, if I go straight here and let it fade, that's gonna look good. And so I still might be playing a fade. I just had a better feeling for me what it looks like. Now, you know, on a drive hole, I love to come up to the right side of the tee box with my driver usually, and because I like to aim a little left and not draw it. So I like to do that. Okay, it's just kind of personal comfort, but yeah, I mean, general rule of thumb is if you're going to fade it, go to the right side and aim, but you got to aim down the left. And then if you just naturally play a fade, just do that. But I like to go just left center of the fairway, let's say, and swing normal. I'm not trying to cut it. If I'm playing a cut that day, I'm not trying to cut it. It's just gonna cut. So a lot of it depends on too what's happening in my swing that day. If I'm hitting a lot of draws with my driver, I just might line up down the right center. I'm not trying to draw it, but I know, wow, today it's drawing more than normal, so I'm just gonna go down the right center on this hole and get a good smooth swing. It kind of depends what's happening that day. Oh, we lost the camera. No worries. Camera died. All right, we're running out of, it's overheating. So we will, we'll fix that. So thanks. Okay, last one, Roger. We will dive into your question for this, since we have one camera left, and this will be it. Okay, talking about transition. What happens first? Transition, knees go first. Okay, here's what I like to do, and so what I think about and what you think about could be totally different. So you got to figure out what works best for you, okay? For me, I'm back here, I'm transitioning my weight here from my knees into my left foot. I'm going here and turning. So that's one thing I'm thinking about here. Knees, turn, right in here, okay? Other people want to feel like they, you know, move their, I wouldn't think my upper body, but for me, it's a knee move. Some people go straight down, turn, and then forward. For me, I like to move my knees and everything forward first, and then turn. So I'm just thinking here, weight transfer, rotation. That's how I like to think about it and let it happen. And it's worked out well for me. But you got to kind of figure out what works for you. Some people get back here and they like to feel their butt drop down, and that's a rotation they like to feel. So, and that's different. For me, I feel like I'm too much on my back foot when I do that. So it's kind of personal preference, but it's definitely from the ground up, they say, down in here. And it's either a weight transfer or butt dropping down is how I would do it. I would not start with my hands, pull any, I don't want any hand action going on up here. I want it all from my knees and my hips to turning motion. That's what I like. And that should do it. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. It's good to be back live again. I don't know how many we'll do live, but every now and then, stay tuned. We're going to go live. So hopefully you like it. Thanks for supporting the channel and everything. If you want your alignment stick cover, they are in the description below on Amazon. So free shipping, you know, do whatever I can. But I hope you like them. Thanks again. We'll see you guys